We're learning Sfas Emes and Bereshis, Parshas Noach, Shnas, Tov Reish Lamed Beis, 632. Sfas Emes writes, the chiyus, the existence of everything in the world, is from the Torah, from the Aseret Mamoros, from the 10 statements with which God created the world. It's tzaddikim mekayim in olam, and tzaddikim keep this world that was built, that was created through the 10 statements. That means that they keep its existence and they clarify that it should be clear to everyone that it comes from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's 10 statements. And this is why it says, Kaima bris u'shvur. What's the bris u'shvur? What's the covenant and the oath? That through the fact that tzaddikim give strength in this world, that everything should be attached to its source, the root of its life, should be recognizable in everything, the wonders of Baruch Hu, Baruch Shemoi. Through that, they cause to be born a shefa, a abundance of newness continuously. That's what we're saying, that and this is good deeds. That through doing good deeds, the point of chiyus of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Marav Tuvcho, the goodness spreads in everything that's physical as well. Now, 10 generations till Noach forgot this point, this inner point, until they took out the life out of everything that was existing, and that's why there was an end to the life that was existing prior to that. As it says, that Ushoim are punished because they destroy the world that was created with 10 statements. That's what we learn in Perek. And they cause it to be forgotten. And Noach was a tzaddik tomim. He was the one who returned life, and the world was renewed. And therefore the whole world is called Bnei Noach, the generations of Noach. And so we find the Rachaim HaKodesh. Chazal tell us, whoever says Vaychulu, and he says it Friday night, is he becomes a partner to HaKadosh Baruch Hu in the action of creation, Ma'aseh Bereshis. What does it mean? Because the life of the existence of the whole week comes from Shabbos. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave strength to Shabbos that should give life to all the days of the week. And if you're Shemer Shabbos, you give that life. Therefore, somebody who states witness that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the 6 days, becomes a shutif. Through him comes the chiyus of the 3 of the week. Maybe that's why we say Yom HaShishi, V'chol HaShemayim, to emphasize that the 6 days was created, even though Sfas Emes doesn't say that here. That's maybe why the inner point that we give life to the weekday is Shabbos, that it's resting everything back to its source. By resting, things return to their existence because of Hashem, for no other reason, not because you're doing something. And the tzaddik is called Shabbos, and Noach was called, in the Zohar HaKodesh, is called Shabbos. As we mentioned earlier, we wrote elsewhere. The Sfas Emes says his grandfather, the Rebbe, said the name of his Rebbes. We heard it from the Baal Shem Tov. That Tevis Noach, when it says Tevo, is a Tevis Hatorah and Tefillah. It means Torah and Tefillah. Could be that's why the Daskenim and Malay Toiza says you point with your zeres, with the small finger. He does. It was when Noach was shown the Teva how to make it. He was pointed out by HaKadosh Baruch Hu Kivyovachol with a small finger. So too, when we raise the Teva Torah by Hagba, we say V'zois HaTorah with a small finger, because we're pointing to the Teva, which refers to the words of Torah and Tefillah. And so we find the Gemara that the Torah, it takes into refuge by Eri Miklat, as it says V'zois HaTorah, that the Torah is the place of refuge, and it means because that inner point of life comes from Torah, and even though at times we don't see it, but by a person's nullification to his life of Torah, and that Torah is in everything, he can reattach himself and have his new shiurs, as happens by a person who is in the dew that flows from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that just like he was when he was an embryo in his mother's womb. Therefore, the life is renewed as it was before, as the Zohar HaKodesh says, Yoitze Ruach Ha'adam B'kir Boi. HaKadosh Baruch Hu creates the life of the person within himself. The Oizei Hatorah are the auras, are the lights that are above that which we can comprehend, because the understanding of the letters is through the word when it's connected together, and therefore even the individual letter we can't get to its ultimate root. Vaychulu, and you can come to comprehend them through the word, which is the vessel to find the inner light that's found in each letter. And thus, everything in Torah are vessels to the letters that are hidden within them, just as the neshama is hidden within a person. Therefore it says, come to the teva, come to the word, which is the letters which are hidden in every word, as we mentioned before. And then he writes, is more that I said, but I forgot it. And that's the Sfas Emes. They said Tov Reish Lamed Beis 632.